Hi, this is a pillow. I'm gonna punch it. Now I'm gonna talk about the 3 worst ways to outsmart your debt. I had no idea how to start this video. What is up, my fellow money minions? My name is Troy, also known as the Dollar Dude. Thanks for stopping by for another one, guys, and as all the money minions out there know, we talk personal finance and building a life full of financial freedom here, and I try to keep it as simple and as real world as possible. So if you're down with that and you're not yet a minion, hit that subscribe button and join us. We have cake. Anyway, I've been hearing a lot of talk lately with people trying to find ways around just paying off their debt and starting on the road to financial freedom. No matter how overwhelming your debt payoff may seem, you can do it. I did it, and believe me, if a schmuck like me can do it, anybody can. It doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, every single one of you out there knows exactly how to get out of debt. Everyone knows how. Some people do it, the rest don't. I decided to be someone who did it. That simple. But still, I hear schemes and strategies people come up with to try to keep debt a part of their life while building wealth, even in ways that may sound pretty smart. So here are, in my opinion, the 3 worst ways that people try to outsmart their debt. Number 1, trying to profit off of borrowed money. This is by far the number 1 counter argument I get from the audience whenever I'm doing a talk about personal finance, or even when I'm discussing my opinions one-on-one with somebody. When I make the suggestion that people shouldn't start investing until they're debt-free except their house, people start using smart-sounding terms like the time value of money or leverage. They spit back the age-old wisdom they've heard all their lives, like, shouldn't you begin investing as soon as possible? And my answer to that is, yeah, you should, but do it with money that's yours. In order to be smarter with money, you have to change your mindset to realize that when you go into debt, every dollar that you earn from that day forward no longer belongs to you. It belongs to the person or organization you owe money to. The only decision you make is whether to give it back to them or spend it on something else. And every paycheck you make the decision not to give that money back to its rightful owner is another 2 weeks you'll be in debt. The argument made by many people is this: if I can borrow or have borrowed money at 7% and I can put that into stocks that are making 10%, I'm making money off of my debt. Why shouldn't I do that? First off, wow, 3% return. Way to go, champ. We got the next Warren Buffett over here. Secondly, what if something happens? What if you have a major emergency? What if you lose your job and the checks stop coming in? You'll say, well, simple, I'll just cash in my investments and pay off the debt. Sounds great. I have no doubt that is what you think you'll do. Here's what you'll actually do, though. Well, I lost my job today. That sucks. Guess I should cash out my investment and pay off that loan I took out. Wait, the market's right down right now. If I cash out now, I'll be taking a loss. Nah, it's just a bad week. I'll wait on the market to come back up. 2 weeks later. Well, it's 2 weeks later and the market's back up a bit, but there's just so much potential upside in these stocks. And I'll need that extra money after all since I'm unemployed. Oh wait, the loan payment's due today. That's alright, I'll just get a cash advance on a credit card. Cool story, bro. If you try to profit off of debt, life will smack you right in the face and knock over your Mountain Dew all over the carpet for good measure. Those payments don't stop because life happens. Lenders aren't going to have any sympathy for you because you lost your job or your spouse got sick. Deferments for loans don't last forever, and likely your interest is going to be still ticking. Bottom line, leave the investment game alone until you can afford to play with your own money. Number 2, transferring a balance using a balance transfer card. Ah yes, the trusty 0% interest balance transfer card. I'm ashamed to admit that even I tried to play this game once. So the idea is you got a lot of high interest debt, and you understand that the interest is slowly killing your wealth. So you say, you know what? I'll get a balance transfer card so my interest will be 0% for 15 months. Yes, 15 months that I can ignore my debt. Pay off my debt. Got news for you. 33% of people don't pay off the card before the 0% interest period ends. And that's not even including the people who pay off the card by transferring the balance to another card. Even worse, transferring a balance leaves your old card with a 0 balance on a card that was probably maxed out. And the 0 balance on that card starts to look really good when you're thinking about buying something you can't afford. Oh, you should treat yourself, girl. More like treat yourself to a chapter 7. Trying to get out of debt using a credit card is like trying to get out of the rain by diving into a swimming pool. Plus, if you choose to use credit cards and having a high FICO score is important to you, then it leaves you with an open credit card account, which is literally useless once you pay it off, if you pay it off at all. Remember, you said that a lower interest rate would help you save on charges once you paid off debt, right? Well, congratulations, you paid off the card. What's the card good for now? It doesn't have any rewards or benefits or anything, so what's it good for? Just in case you want to go back into debt someday? Oh, when I'm done paying it off, I'll just close it. Oh wait, you can't do that because you said a high credit score was important to you and closing an account will hurt your FICO score. So congratulations, you got a hunk of plastic which you can't use because if you did, it would mean you went back into debt, defeating the entire purpose, and you can't close it because your FICO score, which you said you value, will be hurt if you do. It's like you're stuck in a debt purgatory now. Using a balance transfer card just offers you a short reprieve from interest and makes you feel complacent in having debt. Having debt should hurt. That interest eating away at you every month should hurt. The more it hurts, the faster you'll get rid of it. So don't bother with transferring balances and just face the demon head on. Number 3, buying a home because you feel like you're wasting money renting. Don't get me wrong, homes are great. Homes are awesome, and owning a home is something that most, not everyone, but most people should aspire to. However, purchasing a home just because you feel like you're throwing money away by renting is one of the worst moves you can make for your financial future. And it's something you'll realize the second something breaks in your brand new dream house. You'll reach for your phone and you'll probably get halfway through dialing the number for the landlord before you realize that you are the landlord. It's on you! Everything! Yeah, even that. And especially that. This is one of the biggest arguments for having a fully funded emergency fund and being completely out of debt before you buy your home. The rule of thumb is this. Your monthly payment should be no more than 25% of your after-tax monthly income, with at least a 10% down payment on a 15-year fixed mortgage. If you can't afford that, you can't afford that house. And I know you love that house. It's your dream house. It's got the lake with the fireflies that just dance magically at night. It's got that big oak tree in the front yard that you can just imagine your little ones circling around playing, just having a wonderful time. It's got that large living room and dining room area that's just perfect for hosting your dinner parties. And it's got the kitchen island with the sink in it. It's got the sink in it. Yeah, that one. You can't afford that. Keep looking. Buying a house because you're sick of paying rent is the wrong reason to be buying a house. You should buy a house when you're ready and have planned out the purchase to make sure you can truly afford it. Yeah, you can afford the monthly payment. Sure, it might even be less than you're paying in rent right now. But have you thought about repairs and maintenance, insurance, property taxes, homeowners association fees, sewer, water, and garbage pickup, PMI if you're putting down less than 20%? Okay, landlord, with all that factored in, is your monthly cost still 25% or less of your monthly after-tax take-home income? If it is, go for it. If not, look for a more affordable home or just be happy renting right now. You're not throwing money away by renting. You're paying rent to make sure that you're not throwing money away by buying too early. Make sense? And this one is done, guys. Hit the like button if you liked it, or if you're not yet a minion, subscribe to the channel if you feel so inclined. We'd love to have you. Also, if you got a question, finance or otherwise, leave a comment down below. Let's talk about it. So until next time, my fellow money minions, my name is Troy, and I will see you guys next time.